So chances are you've tried the low carb diet before. Maybe you're even doing the keto diet right now, because I'm getting messages each and every week from so many people saying, Chris, I'm doing the keto diet and I'm not getting the results. Chris, I'm doing low carb and I'm really struggling with energy. Chris, I'm struggling with cravings. Chris, I'm not getting the results that I want. And if this is you, then I want you to know that there's some really good news, because what I'm going to show you in this episode is I'm going to walk you through the 6 steps for you to have a SMART CARB plan, for you to be able to know actually how to best use carbohydrates in a diet for you to be able to lose weight, so that you can be the best person that you can be, so you're not getting cranky, you're not struggling with cravings or hunger or low energy, and that you're actually able to get the results that you want, so that you can get results quickly, but really importantly, let's set you up for long-term success as well. And you're watching Breaking Success. This is the show that gives you the answers for you to build the body, the business, and the life that you love. Now, the fact is, the typical weight loss advice, especially the eat less and move more, isn't working for you. Because 95%, this is the sad fact, 95% of people are failing at losing weight and keeping it off. So, what is it that we're told to do? We're told to count our calories, cut our carbs. We're told to just eat less and move more, and if you're not able to get the results, that you're just being gluttonous or you're just being lazy. And the thing is, you're not. I know that you're not broken, but what is broken is the diet that you're following right now if you're not seeing the results that you want. And that's why I want to introduce you to Chaz. Chaz was able to lose over 12 kilos of fat in a 13-week period, and he actually gained 2 kilos of muscle as well. And this was by using a SMART CARB plan that I'm going to show you in this episode. Plus, as a bonus, I'll pop a link below for you to get access to the starting plan, so that we can answer what to eat, how much to eat, when you should be eating, and all those things that can be flooding your brain right now. Now for me, I was on the low carb bandwagon for so long. I was being told, don't eat carbs, they jack your insulin up, you're going to be gaining fat, and you just simply don't need them. And the fact is, I hit a point, I really hit a plateau where I wasn't able to improve my physique. And what did I do? I did what so many of us did. I trained harder, I ate less, I dieted harder. And the fact was, I was just becoming a grumpier, less energetic, just really not enthused with life, because I was actually having a lot of hormonal problems from that diet, from that training plan that I was following. And this is where I actually then started to be able to introduce carbohydrates, be able to have a SMART CARB plan, because this isn't about you following a low carb. This isn't about you following a high carb. This is about you following a SMART CARB plan that suits you. That's why I want to give you in this episode the 6 principles for you to have that plan. So on one side of the pendulum, we have the low carb bandwagon, the people telling you that it's all about insulin for you to be able to lose weight. And if you control insulin, if you control that very important, yes, it is important, and that very powerful storage hormone, that you will be able to lose weight and you'll be able to have those great results. And then on the other side of the pendulum, you've got the people telling you it's just about calories in versus calories out. If simply you're in an energy deficit, you'll be able to lose weight. And this is the thing. And this is why it's so awesome, because JT just said in an interview that we recently did, calories matter, I just don't count them. And I think that is pure genius, because both sides of the story are correct. It's not like they're simply just plain out wrong. It's about how do we use this actually practically day to day for you to get the results that you want. And especially I have to talk about this as well in this episode, keto, because so many people are trying keto and they're simply just not doing it right. And the problem is with keto, if you get it slightly off, I think you can really struggle with it, because you're really going to struggle with energy, and you can be struggling with feeling deprived and having those hunger and cravings really kick in as well. And so this is why, yes, try it, but again, come back to that number one main factor. Is it working? Are you seeing the results that you want? And just like we've talked about in a previous episode when we went over the My Body diet, you've got to ask yourself, are you battling with hunger? Are you battling with cravings? Are you battling with low energy? And are you seeing your body change the way that you want it to? Because if you're not getting the results in those 4 areas, then we need to be able to change it. And this is the trap that I fell into that I was talking about before. And that is, if a little is good, then more is better. But especially when it comes to carbohydrates, people think it's just about ripping them all out of your diet, and then you'll be able to get faster fat loss, be in better shape, and you'll just have it all come together for you. And that simply is not the truth as well. Because when you're living a busy everyday life, if you're training really hard, if you're doing everything right and you're not seeing the results that you want, it's because there are a few factors are out of place right now. And that's why I want to walk you through. So right now, let's go through the 6 steps that is going to give you a SMART CARB plan. And that is number 1, I want you to include a protein source in each meal. No, you don't have to have stacks of steak or chicken and all these meats in each and every meal, but you do want to include protein because it is very satisfying. It gives you satiety. And yes, this is when we talk about calories in, calories out, being in an energy deficit. The problem is if you're just trying to be in an energy deficit and you're battling with hunger and cravings, what's the problem? You're probably going to want to be able to eat more. So if you're actually feeling satisfied from your meals, that means you can be in an energy deficit to make that happen. So number 1, include protein in each meal. Then number 2 is actually making sure you eat fibrous vegetables. I want you to think nutrient density, and it's going to be low in the actual calories as well. So eat your veggies as well. And that's why I'll pop a link below for you to get access to the food, so you can easily choose what foods you can include in all of your different meals that's going to make sure that it's nutrient dense and it's actually giving your body what it needs to thrive. Then number 3, make sure that you drink water throughout the day. Most of the time, people are thinking that they're hungry when really they're just thirsty, and you need to be able to drink more water as well. 3 to 4 liters a day. My simple tip and hack to it is just make sure that you've got a cup, you've got a bottle, and you're taking it throughout. You don't want to sit there and scull it all down because that's not going to give you the results. Make sure that you're taking water with you throughout the day, and it's good quality water. Then number 4, training, especially resistance training. Why I've done episodes before, why I've got more episodes coming up in the future, showing you what type of training is best going to give you a result when it comes to changing your body composition, when it comes to you burning fat, when it comes to you wanting to look better. And that is because, especially when it comes to carbohydrates, when you are going through the style of metabolic resistance training, your body is better able to actually absorb and use and be effective and efficient with carbohydrates. Then number 5, it's about having a SMART CARB plan. And this is why we start when somebody wants to get in great shape, we start with a 14-day metabolic switch. What that simply is, we do actually drop the fibrous, the fruit veggies out, but we keep it very high with fibrous vegetables, just like the first few points we're talking about, proteins and veggies in each of those meals, so you're feeling satisfied. What we want to be able to do is we want to take you through, and that's why it's a metabolic switch, we want to take you through a reset, and that is getting your body better at actually using carbohydrates so it can actually go to, say, fueling your muscle rather than going to filling up your fat cells. But what we also do is we do a low to high approach where we build up your food intake, where we include more foods as you go through the process, where so many people are doing a high to low approach. They simply start at this much food and then take away food, take away, and you end up with a diet where you're just eating really small amounts, it's really depriving, and then where do you go from there when you do hit a plateau? And then number 6, as I've talked about before, measure. Are you getting the results that you want? Measure what's going on, because a really simple hack to this is actually just write down a 3-day food journal. That's why inside the metabolic switch we include this food journal, because it's actually shown in science that if you do write a food journal, you're naturally going to be making better decisions with it. But it's really important for you to actually see what it is that you're eating, how much of it is you're eating, when are you eating, and you'll naturally be able to use these principles that I'm giving you for you to make smarter choices, because this is not about me giving you a perfect diet for the rest of your life. This is about me helping you being able to be empowered to make the best decisions for the rest of your life. So I'll include a link below for you to get access to the metabolic switch and have those plans and guides so you can follow them straight through as well. Now, if you've enjoyed this episode, then I would love for you to click the like button. And if you haven't already, do subscribe, because I want to send you the episodes each and every week as they come out so I can give you the answers as well. And if you have any questions when it comes to carbohydrates, when it comes to you getting in great shape, I want you to comment below. I want you to comment below with what carbs you are eating right now, because I want to personally come in, answer them, and I want to shoot the future episodes of the Breaking Success Show, giving you exactly what it is that you need. And as always, thank you so much for being here. I'm really looking forward to chatting with you soon. This is where I want to make sure that you get the most out of being here, and I want to hear from you. So if you've enjoyed this episode, click like, and make sure I can send you the new episodes each and every week. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, I really want to make sure that I'm giving you exactly what you need. So comment below. I want to know what you're going to take away from this episode. And the best conversations after every episode always happen in the Breaking Success Tribe. I'll pop a link below for you to join the free group so you get access to the guides, the live streams. I'm in there answering your questions personally each and every day. Plus you get all the episodes as well. So thank you so much for being here and joining us. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next episode.